Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers, and this is video 5 in our Winter Garden series. We're using the kit Winter Garden from My Porch Prints. Now, in this video, we're going to do this. We may have part 5B or whatever, or we may actually end up with 6 videos. We're going to try to get it done in this one, and don't be intimidated with all the stuff. It isn't really that hard. It just takes a lot of paper to do it. So we're going to set these 2 sections aside with our Velcro dots. These are actually Velcro. They say Velcro on them, so I'm allowed to call them that. We'll set this section over here too. Let me set the smaller section on top of the bigger section. Okay. So if you remember, we've got our flip up page, which the magnet may not hold once we get done once again. We'll have to look at that when we get to it. Right here on this page, which is the back of the cover, we're going to put a simple envelope stack. Okay. It's not going to be a loaded pocket necessarily. And when we do put ephemera in it, it will be the last thing that we do, probably. The last thing that we ever do. Sorry, couldn't help it. All right, so let's take this paper off. And set that to the side too. We're setting everything to the side. Everything goes by the wayside. So these are easy to make. Pretend like I didn't myrtleize that. We're not going to see it until we put ephemera in it, but I cut the 1-inch circle and it wasn't in the center, or semicircle, and I believe there was a graphic there for it, and so then you could see the line. So then I took my 1.5 and went in there and munched it out. So I love this picture on here. And why is it that as soon as I start recording, people start messaging me? I don't know. So we're going to have a larger piece, a middle piece, and then this is our bottom piece. All we're going to do is cover up this really pretty paper. So we're going to figure out how far apart we want them. And I'm going to say that right about there we'll do it. Wonder if we can get, no, because we want to be able to put stuff in behind, so we're really going to cover pretty much all of it. Okay, and we're also going to make, a pocket behind. Then this pocket's going to go all the way down to the bottom. This pocket's going to go into this pocket. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this paper. Let's see, I'm going to put it right about where that is. And we're just going to glue down either side. Good thing we're not inking all this, huh? Not the bottom, just either side. Or not either side, but both sides. Okay, that doesn't look like quite enough glue to me. Let's add more. Now, that Billy Idol song's been going through my head. More. So, it's not my fault that I keep saying more. That's going to give us the pocket from behind that goes all the way across. Let's move this over a little bit. So that there's a little bit on either side. Now we're going to take this piece, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to bring it down, and then we're going to glue the sides. See where we're at. I think you could bring it down some more. Yeah. Let's put it about there. Let's glue either side of this. See, I told you this part would be easy. Not that the other's hard. There's just steps. And we're doing another envelope flip, which we did in the other video, so we're just going to buzz right through that. I was going to do it ahead of time, but there's a couple features that are different. So I decided that we were going to have to do it on video. Okay, now that makes 2 pockets. And then this will make our 3rd and final pocket. This one we're going to have to glue on 3 sides. Wonder how far I can get. Looks like I can get it down that far. So make sure you line them up going this way. This one we're going to glue on 3 sides. I think I just said that, but I'm going to say it again. My video. I'll say it as many times as I want. On this one we're going to glue 3 sides. And in case you were wondering, on this one we're going to glue all 3 sides. I think that's enough of that joke. So now we effectively have, let's see how long of a piece I've got here. Whoops. We've got a pocket that goes from here all the way down to the bottom of here. We've got a pocket that goes from here all the way down to the bottom. And then we have a pocket that goes here down to the bottom. Okay? Now we're going to glue this to the book. Now I have a book somewhere. A book that's coming apart. Everything's flying everywhere. Okay, so we're going to glue that in here. And we're going by the height of this little notch. Okay. You know, if you had a nice stamp and you were confident in using it, you could make a nice stamp right across there, right across the top. Maybe something that went like that. I'm just saying. Okay, sorry I have the sniffles. My allergies are kind of kicking in, even though it's in the afternoon. I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but all of these videos, almost all of them, I'm recording in one day. Just so you know, and I review the video, and then I move on to the next video. So each video has been an hour, 45 minutes. So that's 2 hours and 45 minutes. And then another 45 minutes for each video to play it back and review it. And then now we'll have these, or this, depending on how much I talk and how much I glue. Remember, we've got that button on this side, so we're going to have to, it's got the brad underneath. The paper's a little crinkly. So we're going to have to go around and hold it and make sure we got everything glued down. Okay. This wants to pop up. It's going to take us the whole video of me holding this down, waiting for the glue to dry. It's like watching paint dry. I think we're good. Okay, now we're going to flip this down. We're going to work on this right here. So let's start bringing stuff back. Okay, we don't need the envelope, the Velcro dots right now. So we'll put those back where we got them. I am looking at my notes to make sure I'm doing this in the right order. Okay. So this is our paper. Set this to the side for a second. We're going to make a hinge out of this. We won't need this for a while. So we're going to make a hinge out of this so that this page, because it's so pretty I didn't want to cover it, but I definitely wanted to use it. So we're going to make it flip up. But since it's on the manila folder, we can't just flip it up. And we don't want to fold the top because then the bottom will be too short. So then we're going to have to make a hinge. So I've taken a piece of paper. It really doesn't matter how big it is. We're going to cover the back. So we're going to score it down the middle. It's a crazy odd number. It's 2.5. Let's make it 2. Okay, let's score it down the middle. Let's see. I was trying to decide if I was scoring it on the wrong side or not. I think I am, but let me fold it this way. Anyway, this is the width of the page, and we're going to glue the paper to this front part, and then we're going to glue this part to the page. Okay? So let me think about this for a second. We need this to be like this. Yep, I did fold it the wrong way. Well, it doesn't matter. No, I folded it the right way because I want the color to show at the top. So we're going to glue this on the back, and that means we're going to glue this on top of this. I'm going to put some decent amount of glue on here. It's going to hold the flip up page. Okay. I want to make sure I'm doing it right now that I flipped up the flip up. So we're going to glue this to the paper with the score mark even with the top. Like so. Okay, so the hinge is on the back. I'm going to wait a second. I put a whole lot of glue on there. And it's still cold, so I know for sure it's not dry. Take advantage of that and take a small little pop. Got something over here that's getting ready to fall, I think. Okay, now we're going to take this, which is our paper, and we're going to glue this onto here. Now we're going to have to do it in the center because this section of the manila folder is wider, so this paper is wider and it's a little bit longer. So that's why we didn't want to shorten this anymore, because it would have made it quite a bit shorter. So now we want to do this just like we do any other. I'm going to flip this up and glue it down. The envelope part will be easy. Most of it is like what we did before, so I'm going to go through it fairly quickly. So if you're coming in on this video and you're like, wait, when you get to the envelope, then go back and watch video 4, I think. I don't even know anymore. Start at the beginning. That's a good way to do it. Start at video 1. Pause and go to video 1. Okay, so now we have this page, and I didn't want to just glue that in there and leave it. We have this page, and that's going to flip up. Well, we don't want to see that. So I made this page, which is going to be a big giant pocket, so that whatever's in here doesn't fall out. But that means we need to glue this across here so you don't see the white, which I think the paper marked hinge was supposed to be the hinge, but that worked out. And this is the right width, so we're going to glue it right up to the edge, and then that's going to cover, and all these little pieces of paper. I have the sections paper clipped together, and the notes on the sections paper clipped together. So if you want to try that system yourself, A, buy a lot of paper clips, buy the bigger ones, the 2-inch ones or 3-inch ones, and B, take a piece of typing paper, cut it up into 1-inch squares, and then you can make the notes on it. Start out with the back, work your way forwards, because you may need to glue something behind, and make your notes. Now this, I want this to be at the top, because it looks like the edge of the paper, like the, you know what I mean, the parchment part. And now this is the full height, but to make it a pocket, we're going to cut it down. And I'm going to cut it right above where it says collection, because it says collection of roses. It's part of our winter garden, or winter roses. I still think they must be hothouse roses, or roses from somewhere else. I don't ever see any roses. I used to live in Michigan. I don't see roses blooming in the snow. That's just me. Maybe they're blooming in the snow somewhere else in the state, and I just don't know. Oh, that's a nice edge right there. So that's going to be a giant pocket. So I think we probably put a thumb hole in it, then it's going to cover up where it says collection of roses. Let's see where we're at here. It's going to cover that. Go up to there. If we make a thumb hole, now see, I made a mistake. I don't know if you know what the mistake is. The mistake is that I didn't leave a little white border around on here, like all the other papers have. And I can't do it now because I've already glued this down and it's the width of the paper. This little bit of white that you see is actually part of the image on the paper to show the parchment edge. Okay, so that really blends in, doesn't it? I think I'm gonna have to get my punch. I think maybe we could put 2 punches. Maybe I could go one size smaller and do 2 thumb hole punches instead of one big one. All these pink ones came as a set. Let's see, 5/8. I like these better with the grippies. All right. So I think maybe, possibly, we could get away with a 5/8 in the corner as a thumb pull, and then we would still have our words. I think we can do that. I think I'm going to do that. The pocket isn't glued to anything yet. I can always print out another one if it doesn't work out. I'm going to take my Sharpie marker. On here, there are little marks that show you the halfway point. Very hard to see. I'm going to make these black. Unfortunately, there's no center mark on these. I got that whole set, that whole box full, other than my 1 inch, which I have a duplicate now, for $25 on Amazon. I was very surprised that I was able to get some that inexpensively. And someone made the remark that if they were that inexpensive, they probably didn't work. And if they only had 250 reviews, that probably wasn't enough. I think that'll work. I wonder if we should do 2. I don't want to take a chance on making it uneven. I'm going to do that one with intent. And now if we were inking, you'd be able to see that better. So, you know, I should have made this a darker paper so that you could see the difference better. But this is actually the darkest paper that is in the this kit. Little TMI, I'm sitting here with my jammy bottoms on, but when I sit, the pant legs go up and my ankles are freezing. Yeah, I keep looking at that white. Okay. We don't want to glue the top. So we're going to hold it by the top. This way, whatever's in there is not going to just slide right out when we flip it up. I didn't mean to make the glue go in that far. I do want to be able to move it around. Now it really smells like acetone. Not only did it smell like nail polish remover to begin with, but then I went and put nail polish remover in it. and we want to leave room for the fold. I want to line it up with this side. Looking at that side is kind of an optical illusion. Okay. I like that. Kind of hard, but once we put the card in, you'll see it better. Okay. So now the next thing we need to do is we need to break out the envelope. Or should we put the pockets in? Let's see. No, we've got the envelope on here next. Okay, this is for the front. This is for the front. This is the front. Okay, so this envelope is going to be done just like the other one, so we'll be able to do it really quick. This is our writing card. Actually, I think I'll just leave the paper clip on there. And we don't need this yet. Okay, so all we have to do is glue the paper on the inside and then cover it. I've already mitered the corners. It's kind of funny, this one doesn't go in as far on either side, so it kind of matches top and bottom. The other one didn't, but it was the envelope's fault, not mine. I'm going to glue the inside. I'm going to pull this out. I don't try to glue it and then slide it in there. It's just a big mess. Now, if you were inking, you would ink these three sides. You would fold this back, you would ink that, and ink that. Then we're going to cover this, and we're going to put this parchment on the outside, or fake parchment look on the outside. Kind of makes it hard to ink when you put that on there, even though it looks really pretty when it's a you know, the full page, and it's still pretty. It just makes it hard when you cut the paper in half or have any edge that isn't the outside edge to ink it or make it look nice or whatever, because you're only going to have that faux parchment look on the one side. I decided to go with this even though it's the same as the inside here, because it's a different part of the page and it's a different color because of that. Actually, I think I was going to put the dark edge there. Oh, for some reason that was a really strong whiff with the glue. See, that helps. See, that makes it look different. That was why I was going to do it that way. Okay. Now I believe yeah, oh, and I cut that little piece off just like on the other one. So now this is going to get glued to here. Yay! We're going to try to make it central. Remember, this piece is bigger than our other one. So we're going to glue this. On here. You know, I think we're going to make it. I don't think this was near as much stuff as I thought it was going to be. Okay, well, actually, we are running pretty close to our 45. Oh. And here on this side, we're going to glue these two. Okay, like that. It doesn't matter which way you start. The other one's just going to go the opposite way. Just make sure you keep it inside the edge here. And you want to make sure it's down far enough that you've got enough room for this one to go up here, which I don't. I'll just trim a little bit off the top. Just like in a haircut. Well, actually, yeah, that must be what I did. I just went down a little farther. And I was looking at those other pieces and I was like, wait a minute. Yes, this is the right side. Okay, so I want to put this down at an angle. We want it to be pretty close to the amount that we've got this one up, but we don't want to cover too much of this. So we've got more of our winter roses going on. Okay, and we're going to flip this over. That's where we bring in all this. This is the card for inside the envelope, so we're going to have to cut that to size. We don't need to do that on the video. You know how to do that. We did it on the other one. Okay, this is the card for that section. Now we haven't put the paper on here because we're going to make another flip. Because I really like this rose. And so we're going to make a flip out of this. So we're going to measure here, because I really liked the part with the pine cones. And then and then we're going to glue part of it to the top, and the writing goes both ways, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, we're going to glue a little bit of it to the top. No, we're not. I'm just going to fold it over. No, we're not. We're going to score it so that it's straight. See, we have material for the flip on this one where we didn't on the other one. That's where I made my mistake. And we're going to do just like we do with the envelope. We're going to hook this over the top and glue it. It's just a little long. So I am going to have to get pretty close on these pine cones. We'll try that much. Look at that. Works for me. Open that up. I'm going to glue it. Don't really need that big of a flip, but it just happened to be that way. I want it to be in the center. This is going to be a flip-up belly band. There we go. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to put one Velcro dot at the bottom. These are the clear ones. I just bought some more, and I think they were $5 or $6 for 100. It's a pretty good deal. That's our clear side. This is our fuzzy side, so we want the fuzzy side up here. Oh, look what I did. I forgot to cover this. Okay, let me put you on hold and find a paper for that. Okay, I'm going to put you on hold.